Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat and welcome sa Tito Manny TV. Have you ever wondered kung bakit ganun na lang ang galit ni Vice President Sara Duterte kay Speaker Martin Romualdez? Ako kung tutuusin, aminin ko sa inyo, hindi ko po talaga alam ang punot dulo kung bakit ganun na lang ang pagkasuklam ni Sara Duterte kay Speaker Martin. Samantalang na-discover ko na ito palang si Martin Romualdez ay naging campaign manager pa ni Sara nung panahon ng kampanya at may mga video pa na nagpapasalamat siya kay Speaker Martin for a job well done dahil na ipanalo ni Martin Romualdez si Sara Duterte. Tapos biglang-bigla, a full turnaround. Kung anong pasasalamat niya during the campaign period, siya naman galit niya to the point na pagbintangan niya si Martin Romualdez na balak daw siyang ipagurgor. So ano kaya ang dahilan kung bakit ganito na lang ang galit ni Sara Duterte kay Martin Romualdez? Ito po nabasa ko kay Laitera Mo dito po sa Facebook at inilatag niya po yung timeline kung bakit nagalit si Sara Duterte kay Martin Romualdez. Babasahin ko po sa inyo at kayo na ang humusga kung may katwiran ba si Sara Duterte para magalit kay Martin Romualdez. Ang titulo po ng post ni Laitera Mo, Why is Sara so angry at Martin? Ito po in full English, pero itataglis ko po para maintindihan ko rin kasi baka ma-nosebleed naman ako kung puro English ito. Okay, bakit galit na galit si Sara kay Martin? Amid the numerous issues facing the country, one question continues to puzzle many. Bakit gano'n na lang ang galit ni Vice President Sara Duterte kay Speaker Martin Romualdez? Her animosity is evident in the relentless attacks against the Speaker, ranging from social media influencers to statements from her allies. Pero ano ba ang totoong rason sa likod ng galit ni Sara Duterte? Una dito, ambition and the impeachment plan. Reports suggest that Sara's anger stems from the failure to execute a grand plan designed to catapult her to greater power. The blueprint, tanggalin si Speaker Martin Romualdez at palitan ng isang loyalista na galing sa House of Representatives na kaalyado ni Sara Duterte, who could then be leveraged to oust President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. through impeachment. According to the timeline, nagsimula ito noong February 2023 nung si former President Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo, isang kilalang pro-China advocate, ay naglunsad ng isang planong patalsikin si Speaker Romualdez sa kanyang pwesto. Ang kanyang motibo para kontrolin ang House as leverage against President Marcos nung nagpakita ng firm stance si President laban sa China's incursion sa West Philippine Sea. Part of the plan involved courting VP Sara's participation. In exchange for her support, Arroyo allegedly promised control of the House, which would provide the power to push for the president's impeachment, a threat that could not be ignored. The outburst of Tambaloslos. Nung nalaman ni Speaker Martin yung plano ni former President Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo, they acted quickly by downgrading Arroyo from Senior Deputy Speaker to Deputy Speaker. This move made it clear to Sara and Arroyo's camp that their scheme would face significant hurdles. Shortly after, nag-resign si VP Sara from the Lakas CMT party, accompanied by the infamous Tambaloslos insult, a clear attack on Speaker Romualdez. Ito, napanood ko yung video nito nung tinawag ni VP Sara si Speaker Martin ng Tambaloslos. Kaya pala, nagalit silang dalawa ni GMA nung nabuko yung plano nila na patalsikin si Speaker Romualdez, papalitan ng isang loyalista ni Sara at maglulunsad sila ng impeachment case laban kay President Bongbong Marcos. Kaya naman pala ganun ang tingin ng taong bayan kay Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo. maliit pero mapanganib. Dito na nagsimula yung series of assaults kay Martin Romualdez. From social media trolls affiliated with the DDS o yung tinatawag na diehard Duterte supporters to public figures close to VP Sara such as Harry Roque, Sal Panelo, and Sas Rogando Sasot. Rather than directly targeting President Marcos, the attacks focused on Speaker Martin to weaken the administration's defenses. Pero nagtagumpay ba ang mga DDS na to sa pag-atake kay Speaker Martin para panghinaan ng loob si Speaker Martin Romualdez? Hindi po. Sumunod, the confidential funds issue, the trigger. Sara's anger escalated further when the House removed her requested 650 million in confidential and intelligence funds for 2024. Kahit na sinabi ni Sara Duterte that her offices could survive kahit wala daw yung confidential funds na yon. Pero dito lang lalong nag-intensify yung kanilang paninira kay Speaker Martin Romualdez. Sasabihin ni Sara Duterte na makakasurvive naman sila, pero ang hinihinging budget ay napakalaki. Congressional leaders reallocated the CIF from the Office of the Vice President and Department of Education to agencies in greater need, such as the AFP and sectors defending the West Philippine Sea. This decision not only demonstrated fiscal accountability but also sent a direct message that Congress did not support using large amounts of public funds for operations, that Congress did not support using large amounts of public funds for operations in the OVP that lacked transparency. Ang gusto kasi ng OVP, bigay yung kanyang hinihinging budget pero wala ng tanungan. Hindi na dapat usisain ng Congress kung paano niya gagamitin yung confidential funds. So hanggang ngayon, yung pa rin po ang issue. Pero ano po ba ang totoong goal nila? Ang palitan si President Marcos. Hindi po sikreto yung galit ni Sara Duterte kay Martin Romualdez na ito ay part of a larger agenda. Kung mapapatalsik nila si Speaker Romualdez, ang papalit kay Speaker ay isang loyal kay Sara, paving the way for an impeachment effort against President Marcos. Kung mai-impeach si President Marcos, automatic si Sara ang mag-a-assume ng presidency. At kapag naupo na si Sara Duterte, she would control all branches of government from the legislative to the executive. Hindi na po bago yung taktikang yan. A similar strategy was employed to remove Bebot Alvarez as Speaker during the Duterte administration. The masterminds behind this plan are seasoned experts in political sabotage, and they appear to be trying to replicate their previous success. So nagtagumpay pala sila nung panahon ni former President na tanggalin si Bebot Alvarez bilang Speaker. At yun ang sinubukan nilang gawin kay Speaker Martin Romualdez. Mabuti na lang hindi sila nagtagumpay. At bakit naman napaka-importante ni Speaker Martin Romualdez? Amid all this, Speaker Martin Romualdez's mission is clear: to protect President Marcos's administration at siguraduhin na makukumpleto ni PBBM ang kanyang 6 na taon na mandato. His leadership in the House serves as the first line of defense against Sara's camp's attempts to undermine the administration from within. Martin's stance isn't motivated by ambition for 2028. Ito po yung laging sinasabi ni Sara Duterte, dahil gusto daw maging presidente ni Martin Romualdez sa 2028. At sinabi pa niya na hindi daw magiging presidente si Martin Romualdez. Well, tingnan natin, malay natin sa ginagawang yan ni Sara Duterte ay mas lalong manalo pa si Martin Romualdez sa 2028. Lalo na at sirang-sira na po si Sara Duterte ngayon. Tuloy ko, his sole aim is to ensure that President Marcos succeeds in his goal of improving the lives of Filipinos. Questions for the public. Given this situation, the public must ask, whose interests does Sara Duterte truly represent? If her intentions are for the good of the country, bakit ang unang target niya ay si Speaker Martin Romualdez na isang kaalyado ng administrasyon? And why does there seem to be a pattern of attempting to undermine President Marcos's leadership? Kaya kung papansinin nyo, lahat ng atake ni Sara Duterte ngayon ay para maliitin ang mga achievements na ginagawa ng ating presidente. Napakalinaw po ng sagot. This isn't about the nation's welfare, but about personal ambition. The conclusion: as the 2025 midterm elections approach, expect even more intense attacks against the Speaker and possibly President Marcos na siya pong nangyayari ngayon. Pansinin nyo talaga ang atake nila kay Speaker Martin Romualdez at kay President Bongbong Marcos dahil malapit na po ang 2025 midterm elections. However, the public must unite in defending the administration against those seeking to destroy it from within. Kaya sa mga ginagawa ni Sara Duterte, dapat po tayong magkaisa. We have to be united para ipagtanggol ang administrasyon ni President Bongbong Marcos sa mga taong gustong sirain ito. Hindi nga lang basta sisirain balak pang ang ipagurgur ni VP Sara. Ito pong laban na to is not just for leadership, but for the future of the country. So, the question remains. Maniniwala ba tayo sa ingay na nanggagaling sa Tambaloslos na siyang tawag ngayon kay Sara Duterte? O pipiliin natin na suportahan ang totoong leader ng bagong Pilipinas na si President Bongbong Marcos Jr.? End of post nila Iteramo. Kayo po, sang-ayon ba kayo sa ikinwento nila Iteramo? Kung oo, kailangan po nating magkaisa para hindi magtagumpay itong mga nagbabalak na ibagsak ang administrasyon ni President Bongbong Marcos. At sa tulong ng Panginoon Diyos, hindi po sila magtatagumpay. Hanggang dito na lang po muna, hanggang sa susunod na mga issues. Maraming salamat po.